Your income doesn't matter. Your age doesn't matter. Your race doesn't matter. Your geographical location doesn't matter. There's a thing that you and I are dealing with in your money, and it's called math. And none of those things I just mentioned give you a pass on math. And where people get themselves in trouble, including when I went broke many years ago because I was stupid, we get ourselves in trouble when we don't bother and do the math before we do the transaction. We're the stupid woman from San Diego who leased her dog for $5,400. We make $90,000 a year, and somehow in our brains figure out that our children deserve a $50,000 Honda SUV. And now we have to take the kids out of private school because we can't pay the payments on the SUV and the private school because we didn't do math. We're 21 years old. We buy a $10,000 car, run up $10,000 in credit card debt, and have $10,000 in medical bills and make $30,000 a year. When you make $30,000 a year, there's nowhere in that plan that the $10,000 car makes sense. There's nowhere in that plan that running up a bunch of credit card debt gives you any room to breathe. You already can't breathe. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. Our health care is provided by Medicaid, which is welfare, because we qualify. If I go back to work, we won't qualify for that. And if I go back to work, they'll have to pay for daycare. When you make $30,000 a year, there's nowhere in that plan that the $10,000 car makes sense. There's nowhere in that plan that running up a bunch of credit card debt gives you any room to breathe. You already can't breathe. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks.
$28,000 income with 3 kids. Good morning, humans. Glad that you can be here. That was one Mr. David Ramsey. Oh, hold on. I ain't closed my freezer. Freezer closed, refrigerator closed. That was one Mr. David Ramsey kicking the Dundada facts. The facts that breaks backs. All right, we back at it again. We back in the driver's seat. I think I'm going to dedicate Fridays to some League of Dad stuff, National Fathers League stuff you need to hear for your ear. Grapefruit juice. Oh, do I got my mic on? My mic is on. All right, let me set this up. This need to be upsetted it. Our beloved president said, I'm going to let Mike have it. Niggas about to get what they wanted. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah. All right. Individuals, my man Mike, about to get in there and show these black niggas just what they're worth. But I want to, like I said, I want to dedicate Fridays to, as kind of like a recap to, for all my one-on-ones that I did this week. I did 4 one-on-ones this week, and I want to give a recap. And my man Deshaun, because he gave a $25 contribution to the movement, Deshaun has access to those one-on-ones, and that is what I am calling um, the Exclusive Content Committee, the ECC, the Exclusive Content Committee. The Exclusive Content Committee is individuals that give $25 contributions or more. They're going to have full access to exclusive content. The ECC, the first member of the ECC is my man Deshaun. So salute to that cat. And then we're gonna. Let me do some things here. Then we're gonna. Come on. Okay. I don't want to share anything. I want to do this thing here. Hold on. Let me see where we at. Not here. Okay. Got that. Hold on a second. I gotta look one more again. I gotta look one more again. Hold on. Library, trash, delete, empty trash. Trash is emptied. And now we gotta go to there. Really? Okay. The hated one, we gotta go. All right. Okay, not there. All right, whatever. All right, so what I want to talk about today, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Honestly, man, you you guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you said, hey, man, that ugly dude is at it again, and he's at it again. He's speaking some facts that's gonna about to break backs. I mean, that's what I do, people. I'm not interested in nothing else. So what I want to talk about this morning is I want to talk about kids, and I want to talk about kids because kids will always protect the mother. Kids will always protect the mother. People, let me. I'm gonna break something down to y'all that's gonna segue into what I want to talk about here today. Okay. Children get a front row seat to a real woman. Men, we don't get a front row seat. We get I'm strong, we get attitude, hindsight, we get animosity, but children don't get that. Children get women in their original state and in their original form, in their original mindset. Because of that, children will always protect the mother. You see, here's what a woman don't do. A woman will never say, see, I don't need no kids. I don't need no kids. I don't need no kids. They'll say, I don't need a man. I don't mean that. And one and the same, they help nourish the woman. I need y'all to follow me. But women will always be protected by the children. And it's because kids will always get a woman in their original form. Men, we start to see women in there. You are fucked up, bitch. Girl, you fucked up. You ain't it. Kids don't see that. That's what you see. Kids do not see that. All right. Appreciate those thumbs up. You're new to the channel, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Stop fucking with me. Stop being fucking with me here. But children, they're going to get the loving, nurturing, caring woman in her full essence form. Something that as women they exile, they turn this thing on and off with a man. They don't do this with their children. Because of that, a lot of you men, you hire me under the context of my child really loves me and my child really wants to be with me as opposed to live with the mother. Oh my gosh, man. That's some funny stuff. Really, really. You guys, boy, you did it to me again. Really, you're some funny people. Because that is not the case. That is not the truth. That's far from the truth. That is so far from the truth. Now, I say that children will always protect their mothers, and when I say that children will always protect their mothers, you will then say, no, I don't, but I'm not telling you to bend what I'm saying to my child's mom treat her kids like, my kids really want to live with me. You go ahead and believe that. You go ahead. Listen, I'm the truth. Like I told you guys before, I talk about both sides, but women will always come to me and highlight the things that I say about women. They will always exile what I say about men, but it's just, I'm just a one-wayer and I'm just this cloudy head individual. But so just, I'm sure they'll never comment now, and they don't comment now. So listen to what I'm telling you. Children will always protect the mother, and children prefer to live with the mother than the father. Okay? All right? Now I need y'all to follow me. Because children always see women in their womanly form, and they will never hear, I don't need no kids. I don't need no kids. I'd rather be myself. I don't need no kids. They don't hear that being told to them. Men, we hear, I don't need no man. All y'all niggas ain't nothing. Okay. So what you got to do, fathers, you have to look at this thing out of you got to, this is what makes me such a genius. I don't want to big myself up. But I always come out of my feelings, always. Come out of myself. I take what's said to me in its true form. If I didn't understand it, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, I got it now. I don't seem to get that. But I'm telling y'all, this is what y'all need to get. Come out of your feelings. Come out of your emotions. How that woman treated you. Yeah, she fucked you. Yeah, she fucked your boy. Yeah, she gave him a sloppy toppy. Yeah, your girl sucked your boy's balls. Yup, she slurped his balls. But guess what? You're gonna, your jaw's gonna drop what I'm about to say. When it came to her being a mother to her children, the act of being a mother, she studied that ship. She studied that ship. Now I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know what y'all saying. Here's what y'all men gonna also say to rebuttal what I'm saying. She's on welfare. She ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing with her life. You know what? From a child's perspective, that's preferred. From a child's perspective, that child rather that mother be a bum bitch. From a child perspective, that child prefer for that mother to just go to the guy's house and suck some dick and come back home. Tell the babysitter, go on now. You can go now. I got to be a mother now. The child prefers that. You know, just like women want attention, you will never believe this. Children are the exact same way. This is why I say there's two types of mentality: that of a child and that of an adult. If you dealing with if you're trying to bring a womanly topic to your woman, and you get deflection, and you get I don't know what you're talking about, and they done did it 7 or 8 times to show you this, you're dealing with a child. There's two types of mentalities, that of a child and that of an adult. There is no in between. So you guys want to sit around here and listen, listen. It's okay for me to say childish when they're with their children, but individuals don't hear me when I say this. They only hear me when I say, oh, it's just, I talk about women. Okay, I get it. So there are two types of mentalities, that of a child and that of an adult. And do you believe that when your child talks to her children, she's not talking to them from the perspective of an adult? Oh, she is? Mm-hmm. So why is it that a man has to ask one time, but a woman have to beg and plead with no type of force behind it? You want an example of what I'm talking about? Yes? Okay. People, when I was married, my wife had a son before we got married. I counted one time 14. 14. 14 was the number of times she asked this little gentleman to go to bed. He got into bed, he looked up, he came back out. But mommy. Where do y'all think I got that from? But mommy. Oh, I know, but it's time to go to bed. Goes back into bed, cry, come back out. Spaceship in my room, mommy. Oh, let me go see. Oh. I said one time to that one, I said, okay, I get it. One time we had to go somewhere. And she said, go lay down. I said, no, leave it to me. Look, go take it to the room and sit. 10 minutes later, we were leaving. The 10 minutes was a grace period to see if he would come out after I said it. You want another example of this? Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. Never have I ever heard, keep acting up, I'm going to tell your mother. What I heard was keep acting up, I'm going to tell your father. You know why? Because fathers, we're the authority. Women that are listening to me, I know you're going to get mad. I know I'm at it again. But these are facts. Sorry. I know. And the facts that I drop makes me the hated one. Okay? Now, because of that negotiation, a woman could tell a child 50 times and the child will never execute. That's the option that women give. A woman threatened the child with the actions of the father is the reason why children will always protect their mothers. Always. Not sometimes. Not maybe. Not this one time. All the time. Children, they have more in common and more in parallel with the mindset of the mother than they will ever have more in common in mindset with the father. These are facts. These are facts. These are facts. So when you when you decide that my kid want to come live with me, remember, kids, children, they have more in common with the mindset of the woman than they do with the father, with the mother, than they do with the father. But I want to be clear about something. This is how it's supposed to be. I'm not bashing when I say this. This is how it's supposed to be. Women are the transition period between total dumb and ignorance to the father. The woman is the transition process. The problem is when the woman does the nurturing, like a Tia LaShawn Bradley, it was, no, I don't want to pass your next stage of evolution on to the father. We are men, we are the final stage of evolution of learning before the child goes into the outside world. Women do not prepare children for the outside world. You can say they do. You can say, nope, my mama sent me to school, blah, 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 blah. Where was the lesson at on, yeah, that nigga at the water fountain, when you bend over to get water, yeah, he gonna want to fuck you. Where was that lesson at? Where was that lesson at, baby girl? You getting voluptuous. You got a lot of butt and titties. Okay, let me sit down with girl. Men gonna want to fuck you. Men gonna just want to talk your ears off and just fuck you. The ultimate game for a man is to fuck you. Where was that lesson at? No, it was. I want my little itch to be just like me. I want my little. I want to teach. I want to teach my understand. Yeah, that's what you learned. You know how many times I begged and pleaded with individuals that I known that had daughters. Hey man, do not teach your kid to not need no man. Teach your kid to teach your daughter. Do not teach your daughter, excuse me, to not need no man. Teach your daughter to understand her need and craving for some dick. Oh no, I'm gonna teach my daughter not to need no man. Guess what? They all went and got some dick, but from a no good booty out nigga. Now I got another friend named James Lewis, and you know what James Lewis said? Nah, my daughter 4 years old, and I'm teaching her what my big brother Chris taught me already. I'm teaching her from that perspective. But understand that. I'm saying all that because that's the way it's supposed to be. It's not a crime. Women are supposed to be all these things. All these things. They are that. So understand what comes with that, what comes with the comfort, what comes with the negotiation of authority. Okay? Negotiation of authority is what children want. They want to negotiate authority. And women are excellent negotiators of authority. They're excellent at that. They will negotiate the authority of a child. You know, I told you to go in your room 14 times is when I counted one time with my wife and my stepson. 14 times he was asked, go in a room 14 times. That's a lot. I asked once. Once. And sang the movie The Dark Phoenix. The Dark Phoenix was dubbed as a movie for all people. For those that don't know, Dark Phoenix was a female superhero, Jean Grey from the X-Men, and which is so jaw-dropping to me because there was absolutely nothing exciting about Jean Grey. Honestly, Morph or Gambit. I was hoping that they came out with a Gambit movie. After all, Gambit did a cameo in Wolverine. I was thinking that they would do Gambit. I think when they would do uh Morph or even uh the what was the guy, the Black Shadow. He was a morph guy. Um he was an X-Men United. He had the tail. Ah, Dark Shadow, not Daredevil. I forgot his name. Let me see if I can pull this guy's name up. I tell you, a cast of X-Men United. Hold on a second. Cast of X-Men United. I'm gonna see if I can get the name of this guy. Oh well, Nightcrawler. Wow, how could I forget that? All right, Nightcrawler. You would think that they would do Nightcrawler before they do Jean Grey, but they did Jean Grey, and the movie was the biggest flop in the Marvel comic. You know why? Because I just remember going over to see my female cousins, and I remember all of them playing with dolls. I've never ever in my youthful life seen a woman that was into superheroes. It was just not they. I just never seen that. I seen a Cabbage Patch Kid, dolls, Barbie dolls, etc., etc. I just never seen that ever. I never seen that. However, however, if you let today's times with the feminist movement, they will shove, oh, so we're going to look in the archives of things that women did and cameos that women did, and we're going to make a whole movie out of it, and it flopped. You know why? Because women were too busy playing with dolls, babying, playing doll with their doll babies. They wasn't playing with doll grown-ups. They were playing with doll babies. And where is that? Where does that mindset go when they get older? When they have a child is nothing more than their live baby doll. That's it. These are facts. But the unfortunate, what happened is the X-Men series took a gamble on it and had the biggest flop in Marvel history. They have more in common with the mindset of the child than the mindset of the adult. These are facts. This is why children will protect them. Children, if they don't know nothing else, they don't know grown-up-ish. Children know babyish. They know childish. And they know, and they will protect that which will give them the strongest suit to be what they want to be. These are facts, people. These are facts. Okay. These are facts. These are facts. So understand that children, that's just what they do. That's what they will do. There's nothing you can do to change that. Children will always protect the mother. It's just the way it is. If you can understand that and go down and take fathers, you can take your brain and disconnect it from what the woman did to you. She didn't do that to the child. She didn't do that to the child. How the woman act with you, they don't act that way with the child. Because they don't do these things, they don't act these way with the child. The child don't share the same she ain't perspective that you have. The fact that she got 5 kids by 5 different dudes, the child, they don't care. They grow up in the same house as their brothers and sisters, or all brothers or all sisters, and they love it. They don't look at their mother as being a hoe. They don't look at that. For all you individuals that got 4 brothers and sisters and y'all all got different fathers, you will laugh at a woman that got 5 kids by 5 different dudes, but you won't laugh at your mama. You won't. It's just the way it is. But when I talk about things, they make me the hated one. I'm just here to raise your level of consciousness, here to get you to understand the perspective. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for. I'm not here. I'm not here to invoke, to inform a cult of. You got to think about it just this way. Just understand that kids, they're going to protect the mother. Goodbye.